Hey there, give me a second. That's almost
Hey Ellen!
Hey Chris!
Guess where we are?
Chicago.
At the IGC show 2018. You know how I could tell? There's a massive sign right over our heads.
That's where we are.
If you asked me what's up, I'd have said that's what's up. We are
Ellen
and Chris. We're the Bobbleheads. You know us from those great features like Spring Trials 2014. Well, this is we're going to cut that out. And we're just going to keep. This is IGC 2018.
Yes.
And we are here on this map,
here.
which indicates, ooh, there's a lot of stuff to cover, and we're going to do it. But the first thing we're going to do, I think, is let's head down to the new vendor zone down here. Not for the pizza and hot dogs, as much of a bonus as that may be, but because this is where you see some of the newest companies coming into our world.
Things you have never seen before.
And I think we'll find some good stuff down there.
Yeah.
And then we'll come down and cover the rest of the show as we always do. And
The rest of the show.
just find some good stuff. So, lot to cover. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
And we might have a hot dog and pizza. So, we're like 10 minutes into the show, looking at products, and we immediately got separated.
Yes.
What the funny thing is, I found myself looking at some really pretty cushions over here that we'll talk about next. Meanwhile, Ellen is like getting into the hardcore gardening stuff.
Exactly.
So, this is a dog run, right?
No,
what is
it's
this?
not a dog. Oh, that's a good idea though for wintertime.
What are we looking at here?
So this is a Biogreen Superdome. It's a premium polytunnel. And the thing about this is it's higher, taller, longer, and stronger. That's what the guy told me.
It's basically a mini greenhouse.
It is a mini greenhouse. It extends the shoulder seasons, and he says this is perfect for the American market. The shade strip at the top here is meant to shade the plants underneath so they don't burn. The bag is easy to put away in this.
This is a very handy little put it in the basement or crawl space or attic.
Exactly, and this was done because of market research. People wanted a bag to put their thing away in. There's 4-inch spikes that like really get it down into the ground. There's 2 openings on each side. Easy watering. Did I mention it's 10 feet long? These wires are sealed in there so they're not just stitched.
And they won't get lost.
And the cool thing is there is a slug barrier that helps keep the slugs out. And you can put stakes down in there. Retails for about $49.95.
And so you will be getting one for your early spring gardening in Boston.
I need to give him my address.
And then for Osa the dog in the wintertime to play in.
That's a great idea.
All right.
Totally.
Very cool.
What about those pillows?
They're over here. Cushions, Ellen.
So this is what you were talking about.
Yes. Okay, so the name of the company is Manual Woodworkers and Weavers. So my first question was, do you still do it manually? Because I'm a guy who works with his hands. And the lovely woman I spoke to said, well, we used to when we started 86 years ago in Hendersonville, North Carolina. So this is a third generation family business, and they make all different kinds of things for the garden, but one of their new lines is outdoor cushions. And of course, we know how
cushions.
These are weatherproof, mold-proof, and easy to clean. And we know how popular that is with decorators because for little money, you can change the whole look of your patio set. Now, what makes them stand out compared to the mass market stuff is all of these are licensed original art. And so as you start to look at them, you go, wow, these are not just generic prints that you get from some Asian supplier, and it's going to make these products stand out from the mass market. There are even some. Well, we're in the Midwest here. This is a Midwest artist named Roseanne Prieb that they've licensed. I think she's from Chicagoland area. Those are just beautiful.
I met her yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Seriously?
At Hawthorne Gardens.
That's cool. Yeah. And look at these. This is a Minneapolis artist. I love the colors, almost that batik kind of a finish.
Like the orange.
Her name is Annie Pryor, and the price point $13.50 wholesale.
No.
So you're talking $25 or so, $30 for some really beautiful original art cushions from Manual Woodworkers and cushion makers, I guess. Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Chris.
I know you don't buy a Christmas tree because you live in a tiny little place and there's no room for it. But you've got friends who do, and you've also got friends with really nice cars.
Yes.
This is what they need.
Yes.
This is called the Tree Transporter.
I have never ever seen anything like this before.
It's a novel idea, which is why we're showing it on this video.
It's a great idea.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You buy a Christmas tree, and unless you've got a pickup truck or a big old SUV, you got to put it on the roof. And then you're going to get sap and smuts all over and scratches on your roof of your car. The Tree Transporter is a nylon, heavy-duty wrap with straps.
The ties that go under and they go through the vehicle,
as well as ties for tying it down to your roof. It allows you to wrap up your Christmas tree. I suspect you could probably use it with some other smaller kind of potted sort of things as well. Put it to the roof of your car and take it home with no fuss, no muss.
And also, he said you can put a logo on it.
You
so
can have
for garden centers.
You can have a logo for your garden center. Retail price about $40, wholesale price $20. Hey, for somebody buying a really expensive tree,
on an expensive car.
Yeah, what if you threw this in with it? Or maybe you could lease them out or something like that, or a little deposit on it. Anyway,
exactly, bring it back.
Tree Transporter. You can check out more at treetransporter.com.
Yeah.
Tell your friends with the fancy cars.
I will.
Ellen, nice pants.
Thanks. Wish I could say the same.
That's not the opening for this. Ellen,
hey, Chris.
You drink beer?
I do, on occasion.
Occasion? Like 3 times a day?
No.
But she likes beer. No. Who doesn't like beer? But look, we've got a booth showing hops plants.
Yes.
This is Sandy Ridge Farms in Zeeland, Michigan.
Of all places.
And, hops is kind of cool because we've just started seeing some companies come out with some retail branded hops.
That's right.
But they've gone a little further.
They are. They are offering at least 20 or 22 varieties. And they have more than 40, I think they said, in their holdings.
Yeah, the thing is, Sandy Ridge, the owner, is a beer drinker and a brewer, home brewer, and he decided, well, I think I'm going to grow a few for myself, which he did. And then some friends who were home brewers said, hey, can you share a cutting off of that?
Plants, right?
And next thing you know, he winds up in the business, and that was 11 years ago.
Right, which I think was before the curve.
Yeah, so now they're like, hey, this is a hot trend, so let's pull 22 of our best real hops varieties that people use for brewing beer and package them together. You see the POP, it's called Craft Garden. Nice tagging with the actual variety name. This is Cascade, which by the way is, I think the most popular among home brewers.
They might have information on the bag.
It says a craft brew favorite there with a, let's see, floral spiced character, well-balanced bittering potential. How often do you find that on a plant in a garden center? Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. Pack 6.
Yes, all one variety.
All one variety.
You can order as many as 1 or 2 trays just to try it out.
Right, or you can do an entire one-way pallet like this, 288 pots. Price minus shipping is $7.50 a pot, so $7.50 plus shipping, $15 to $20 for a real hops plant for say Father's Day or something like that.
Oh, great promotion!
I'm getting thirsty just thinking about it. That's Sandy Ridge Farms, Zeeland, Michigan. How are we going to start this one?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Hang on, Ellen, you want to see something freaky?
I do. Oh, yikes! Yeah, that's freaky. What is it, Chris?
That is freaky. This is one of the freaky products invented by this lady right here, Kim Visaki, the garden freak. She doesn't look very freaky there, but she is a serious gardener who is a serious designer of active gardening wear.
And opera garden dresses.
And tongs, as well as really cool functional gloves.
So this is active garden wear. So they're basically leggings with knee pads in them. And
I dig this.
Yeah, look at that.
Integral pouch for your secateurs, but then you take them off and then boom, you can go out afterwards if you want to.
Exactly.
Some beautiful outerwear.
Right, this is for après gardening, so take a shower and
grab a glass of wine and lounge. But really, I think the thing that'll really attract the most attention are these gloves. And they look like Spider-Man gloves, but they're functional. The idea being, well, you've got more hand, which lets you scoop up dirt better or mulch. Makes your hands more functional. And they're actually really comfortable too. I'd like to give these a try. And they've got hats as well. You got to give one a try there, Ellen?
I'm going to give this one a try.
And the most interesting thing is the company's officially 4 months old.
Officially 4 months old. That's awesome.
Although she's been R&Ding the stuff for like 5 years. So that's Garden Freak. Check it out at gardenfreak.com. Give me 5, Ellen. Or 10, or however many that. Oh, that's weird. Ellen, I'm sensing an alcohol theme here at the IGC 18.
Oh, look at that.
We saw some hops. Now we're seeing spiked soil. I guess, is that what you grow your hops in? Actually, you could.
You could, actually, yes.
You could. This is a brand new line of potting soils and fertilizers from a new company called Spiked Soil. The idea behind it is it's all organic, and it's got
easy steps.
3 easy steps. And Jen, if you slip around in here, we'll kind of show them to you. You've got, on the left, you got your potting soil, Dirt Martini, it's called. Comes in various sizes, and this is fully organic with fertilizer in it and microbes, and we'll show you the list of the ingredients in a minute. Then, to start out, as your plant's growing vegetatively, you start out with step
number
2, which is called another round. This is a 4-3-1 blend of fertilizer, all organic with mycorrhizae. Then, as you get more into blooming, flowering, fruiting stage,
get
step 3,
1-8-1.
high phosphorus bloom booze.
Look at
Pretty
that.
cool. And you know, I mean, there's a million fertilizers and potting soils on the market. That's an interesting looking fertilizer there, isn't it? And really, of course, I think what's going to catch consumers' eye here is the packaging. You know, there's a lot of great potting soils and fertilizers, but this packaging might just push somebody over the edge to say, I got to try that.
The skinny pop crowd, or
it is reminiscent of that, isn't it? And who doesn't like a little bit of an adult beverage theme when they're gardening, right? So anyway, that's spiked soil. Grow hops in it.
Chris.
Hey, Ellen.
My very first memory, let's try that again. I didn't mean memory. Chris, my very first dream when I was a little kid, I had a set of gardening tools, my size, and I woke up and they were gone.
You dreamt of gardening tools?
I dreamt of gardening tools.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
That was my very first dream. Look what we have here.
Your dream.
I found them. Reality. Finally.
This is
Stanley Jr. Tools for
Now
Kids.
this is a line licensed by a company called Red Toolbox.
Red Toolbox, yep.
And this is one of their first branded lines or licensed lines by Stanley, and it's Stanley Yellow. And they've got all kinds of tools, carpentry tools, and screwdrivers and things. But most interesting to you garden center types might be these gardening tools. And these are real tools.
Oh my God, that's totally for my dream.
Here, you hold that one then. Wheelbarrows. We've even got gardening. Stanley Jr. Look at this. A bucket, a trowel, and a hat.
Oh, take it to the beach.
This is very. No, you garden with it.
Oh, right.
For Pete's sake. That's another dream. Anyway, that's Stanley Jr. from Red Toolbox here at the IGC show. Your dream is reality.
I know.
Well, Ellen seems to be hobnobbing with some of the retail world out there, as well she should, as editor-at-large of Green Profit. While she was doing that, I learned about a brand new pot company that's just come to America. This line is called Terramio. This is not your typical Italian terracotta. This is actually made in Greece. And I was told that, hey, Greece has a much longer history of making pottery than Italy ever thought of. Now they've got, this is from the company EMSA out of Germany, which you may know, that's the distributor. Terramio comes in quite a few different sizes and styles. As you can see here, they've got kind of a modern line, they've got a classic line, they've got one they call Pure. My favorite here, I'll show you in the catalog, they've got a Mediterranean line, which has some of those beautiful traditional European types, shapes that you can imagine. Lots of different sizes. You can buy them in mixed pallets. 10-year frost-proof guarantee. They say these are absolutely frost-proof. And so, hey, it might be worth trying for that 10 to 20% of garden center customer who loves a classic terracotta pots. Sell them on these beautiful Greek pots, the Asteris handmade line out of Greece. Ellen, there's this theme again. I don't know what it is, but I would say a trend is adult beverages. Here at the IGC show this year. Not so much that they're serving beverages here, but they are selling a product you serve a beverage out of. We are at Funky Rock Designs, and there's the owner, Jeff, right there. And one of his latest products is this really cool beverage dispenser made from, of all things, New Hampshire granite.
4 different kinds of New Hampshire.
Pour me a little Captain Morgan there, would you, Ellen?
I think you can stay away from that.
I don't think there's anything actually. Oh, there is.
No, there is. Yes, that's why I said
okay,
no.
we'll save that till later then.
Or the Pinot Grigio?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's actual chunk of granite carved out to accommodate any non-carbonated beverage with in a bottle with a neck.
I like these booze cubes. You can put these in your freezer and freeze them up and put them in your cocktails.
Right. They never melt. Well, it takes millions of years before that.
Right, for a rock to melt.
And your drink's long gone.
And then, here's something else that's beverage related.
Yeah,
I like that.
All of these made from natural beach or river stones, harvested primarily up in New England. So that's just a few of the interesting things.
Funky rock things.
From Funky Rock Designs. All right, we're having some fun here at Seed Savers Exchange, which is actually a nonprofit that funds its good works to preserve heirloom and open pollinated varieties of seeds by selling seed.
Who knew?
And they've got like 600 different varieties in their catalog.
Yep. More stored away.
They preserve apple varieties and stuff. One of the things they're doing here,
1,400 varieties.
you can get your own face on a seed packet, as our friend Sally Ferguson is doing back there right now. And me and Ellen are going to do it. Some bobblehead seed.
Okay.
We're going to be next.
Another hat? Nope.
We got to grab some props.
I'm going to take this off.
All right, we're taking off everything but the microphones. I need this. And I need a piece of straw. Oh, there you go. Woo!
Okay.
I like that one.
That's awesome.
That's some good stuff there.
What kind of seed do you guys want?
Well, it says corn, so let's put corn in it.
Boy, let's do corn.
Awesome.
Thank you, Luann. Tell me that's not one of the best ones today. Hey, Ellen, look at us.
Look at those eyes.
This here is bobblehead corn, finest you can get, guaranteed heirloom, open pollinated, vine ripened, organic,
And delicious.
she said it. Hey Ellen, one of the things we try to do here is not report on old stuff.
That's right. Only new.
New stuff. And we work very hard, and that's why we cover the show every year looking for new stuff. Well, this is old stuff. I think this was the first cool thing I remember seeing at the very first IGC
And it
show.
is called the world's coolest rain gauge.
And it really is. It's a beautiful copper tube and a glass float. And as it fills with rain, it floats up and tells you how much rain there's been. I asked about what's been going on at the world's coolest rain gauge. They've actually introduced a new version. This is an ABS plastic version.
Yes, and this has a deck mount, so you can screw it onto your deck.
Or you can do it in the stake mount, like the original copper is. But because it's made of plastic, it's a fair bit less expensive than the copper and glass one.
I think she said 10.
10 wholesale for the stake mount, deck mount, and 15 for the one with the metal stake.
Right.
That compares to just 26 for the original copper one. So now there's 3 different ways to get. Still, I think
3 different coolest rain gauges.
Yeah, they are cool.